We are the one of the species among the species, but we are claiming that we are the owner of all these species. My main intention to give something different way to handle this case. I adopt public trust doctrine. Polluters pay is the important things. So I adopt polluters pay principle. Who pollute our rivers, he will pay.
Hello, welcome everybody to our session, Evolving the Law, Which Rights Should Nature Stand For? We're joined by two incredible panelists today. First, Justice Muhammad Ashraful Kamal of the High Court Division of the Supreme Court of Bangladesh. And second, Leila Mustafa Abdulatif, Director General of Emirates Nature in Association with WWF. And this panel is going to be an exploration of innovations to align human laws and society with nature. One of those will be the rights of nature. And I am an earth lawyer. I represent nature directly, and I am the executive director of Earth Law Center. And for the past 12 years, we have worked all over the world to give nature a voice, a vote, a day in court. Because traditionally, the law treats humans and nature as separate from each other. Nature is treated as property or a thing. But we all know that we're just one small part of this much larger interconnected web of life. We understand that. And what if the legal system reflected that reality as well? And there is a movement growing precipitously all over the world to give nature rights, to give nature its own board seats in companies, and to otherwise align our human laws with nature's laws. And this is not just a legal movement, it's a social and cultural movement as well. And one of the focal points of this movement has been rivers. Rivers are alive. They have a spirit, many think. And there was an extraordinary decision in 2019 in Bangladesh on the rights of the Turag River, which extended to give legal rights or personhood to all rivers in Bangladesh. And we're going to hear about that now with Justice Kamal. So I read the preface to the English translation of the case. And in it, you talk about how Bangladesh is a nation built by rivers. Many of them are suffering, though, from development, illegal settlement, and pollution. I wonder, what do rivers mean to Bangladesh? And tell me a little bit about how this landmark case came to your court.
Thank you. Thank you, Grant. Thank you for inviting me. Bangladesh actually a riverine country. And we have, once upon a time, 1300s and above rivers. But nowadays, it becomes only 450. All the rivers are going to vanish because of encroaching and pollution, you know. So whenever Turag River case came before my court, I think to do something to at least rest of the 450 rivers to protect. Because in the meantime, 700 and above rivers we already destroy. And to deal with this matter, I think that first of all, I have to give my judgment Bangla in my mother language. Because people of Bangladesh, they want to know what is actually I want to say. If they don't understand, they can't aware of this, my verdict, and they don't understand what I want to telling them and what it is necessary to protect our beautiful rivers. So that is why I gave my judgment in Bangla. Only at that moment, my main intention to save my country's rivers, lakes, water bodies. So after that, some electronic and print media, they across the world, particularly Vox and NPR also, they reporting my case. And after that, Oxford University translated my Bengali version judgment into English, and you can. It is available in the Oxford University online library. You can find it. Actually, we are the one of the species among the species. We are the one of the species among the species. But we are claiming that we are the owner of all the species. We are claiming that we are the owner of all the planet's resources. So that is why my main intention to give something different way to handle this case. And I declare I adopt public trust doctrine.
Let me ask you about that a little bit.
This doctrine is very important for protecting natures and rivers also.
Definitely. So in the decision, you included all these innovative approaches, the public trust doctrine, the polluter pays principle, the precautionary principle, and then the rights of nature. So it was really this innovative, like forward-looking judgment on how we can live in harmony with nature through the law. How did you come to the rights of nature? How did you hear about it? At what point did you decide that had to be part of the decision?
Because after researching, and I heard about your Colorado judgment, Colorado case, and another case, Mono Lake case, and the cases across the world, they trying to protect our rivers, ecosystem, and our environment. So I researched those, and after that I found that polluters pay is the important things. So I adopt polluters pay principle. Who pollute our rivers, he will pay. Wherever who will pollute our environment, he should pay. The principle, after adopting this principle, you see further encroachment just stopped. Unbelievable. After actually we see the law costs little, but affects a lot. My single judgment is not any costly judgment, but affects a trillion resources of Bangladesh now protected. And pollution significantly reduces. Now they are understanding, the people of Bangladesh, they are thinking about that. It is all the rivers, forest, ecosystem, environment. It's actually for our generations. What we see, our children, grandchildren may be not see. If we destroy this way, our rivers, environment, and ecosystem, your grandchildren will not see what we have actually once upon a time.
And if people don't know that some of the cases that Justice Kamal referenced are rights of the Colorado River and then a public trust doctrine case in California, and I have seen amongst judges involved in this ecocentric law, rights of nature space, sort of a global conversation, learning from each other about new innovative tools to protect nature that are not as common in the courts as we would like to see. And in this case in particular, you mentioned some of the positive impacts that we saw, pushing back against encroachment and illegal settlements. But then we also saw something really amazing, which is giving a voice in the legal system to the river itself. And you declared the National River Conservation Commission to be the guardian of the river. And rivers can have guardians as well, just like humans. A child can have a legal guardian. Why can't a river have a legal guardian as well? And that opens up so many possibilities to represent it, to give it agency in the legal system. So I wonder what's happened since you declared them the guardians. How's that going?
It is a British English law, loco parentis, to give guardianship. So, and I adopt this law because the river, they don't say anything. They can defend themselves. So what will happen? If river enclosed, river polluted, who will do? In that situation, I think that there's some body is needed, some person, some organization or some government needed. So river commission, we have a river commission, and that was also created by the High Court judgment. And I gave that commission the guardian of all of our rivers. So that is why rivers are protected by the able hand. And this loco parentis, the principle of loco parentis, it is decided by British law, in the British law. They gave, so the river also, he has the orphan, he has no guardian, so he need a guardian. Otherwise, who will take the responsibility? You see the people, river are polluted, you see somebody are destroying your beautiful rivers, canals, lakes. So who will act on behalf of the rivers? That is why I adopt this year. This river commission is the guardian of all rivers of Bangladesh.
Wow. That's really exciting and is transformative for a river just to be a thing, and then all of a sudden it's represented by people in this sophisticated manner in the government. And I know from experience that these types of precedent-setting wins that have never been done before inspire so many people. I saw it in Colombia where Judge Palacio declared legal rights for the Atrato River, and then this spurred many more rights of nature decisions throughout the country. I've seen it when we worked with the first company to put nature on its board of directors, Faith in Nature, working with Lawyers for Nature in the United Kingdom, and many more companies are now doing that. So you can create a movement through a legal innovation. My last question before and we'll come back to you in Q&A, but my last question is, what do you think the future is for Bangladesh? Do you see rights of nature as a core part of the legal system in the future?
Yes, very, very good impact to our society. Everybody appreciated our electronic and print media. They took it seriously. And their effort, actually people are now aware of this. Yes, we have to protect our rivers, we have to protect our canals, forest, wild animals, everything we need actually. We should harmoniously live with each other.
Thank you.
So my thinking is that if we are interconnected, why not we raise a slogan across the world, the one ecosystem?
Yes.
That is very important. So the justice is here, justice of peace is here. Like the question is, there's like multiple resolution has been passed in different countries like Bangladesh and like the Ecuador and like that. So we have one unit, the United Nations of Organizations. Why not we make a body over there that could be the legal protector of the rivers across the whole earth, which we call the global village. If we are living in a global village, then we need to raise a voice, the one ecosystem, and that could be a plausible approach and a rational approach to address all the ecosystem across the world. I'm from the tropical North Queensland. We are living in the coral reef system, and what we are facing over there, like the production system, like the food, what we consume, that are also the major cause for polluting the coral reef system, the coral sea. So I think so, we shouldn't focus on the individual systems in each ecosystem or in each country. Maybe there could be a better resolution through the United Nations of Organization where every country is placing the money, placing the aid to address the humanity. So any thoughts about that? Thank you.
I'd like to answer that question or reflect on it.
Yes, yes, I highly agree with you. And we should. Actually, the problem is not individual countries. The problem is actually whole world. You see, we are all we human are actually, we are a transit passenger. We are come from unknown planet, and we will definitely go another unknown planet. We all are transit passengers for the time being. maybe 60, 70 years, 80 years. As a transit passenger, what we do in the airport? We just sit and relax and enjoy the surrounding lounge and waiting for the next flight. So if you think that our tiny life, maybe 60, 70, 80 years, we're just 1 minute maybe. So as a transit passenger, we are not destroy the lounge. See, whole planet is a transit lounge. We will definitely will go. Will not stay. Nobody can stay here. Everybody should go. And this transit lounge we should preserve for our future passengers. And who is our future passengers? Our children, grandchildren, years to come.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Miguel from Colombia. My question is, what would you say are the biggest risks and threats for the rights of nature in a 10 or 15 years time frame?
Biggest threats for the rights of nature in 10 or 15 years. Interesting. Anyone like to answer? I have some thoughts as well. Everyone has thoughts.
It's a complex question. Actually, you see, when COVID came, all the world greatest health system, we are all under the table. It's tiny microvirus. We cannot face this tiny microvirus, COVID. We are all under the table and saving ourselves. That is the main question. Our power is limited. You have to understand. We have to understand. And nature law is the supreme law of this universe. I have declared in my judgment. And all the laws and policies inconsistent with this law is void. If you follow, you will gain. If you don't follow, disaster will come. You cannot avoid it. Now up to us. What do we do? What do we choose our next path?
Yeah, maybe I'll add to that just because I'm such a, I mean, yes.
Thank you.
I can't help myself as a rights of nature person. I think the biggest threat is to limit the movement to just like nature suing humans in a court. Like that's a cool idea and like really new and innovative and transformative. But I think we need to think bigger than that. How do you give nature a voice in the political system and economics? What does it mean for nature to have rights economically? How do you consider constitutional law, family law, corporate law? It's like, how do you like let nature grow in the entire legal system in this innovative way, as opposed to just kind of limiting it to like nature can sue you? So I think if we open up our minds, that's kind of the best way that it'll manifest in a comprehensive, interconnected way, as nature does in our legal system. And so again, which is why I love the Bangladesh case, because it's not just about like nature like wins this lawsuit. It's about let's give nature a voice through guardianship. Let's make it like part of our society essentially. And I think that's the right approach and would, you know, mitigate any threat in 15 years. Great. I think we have time for maybe 2 or 3 more questions. Maybe someone can acknowledge that. I already gave 2 like cool head nods to 2 people in the audience, kind of committing to their I'll give you a head nod too. But go ahead. I gave you the first cool head nod. So what's your question?
Thank you, Grant, and everyone. It's a very interesting panel. Just tying some of the comments on nature connection and the representation of nature beyond just nature suing us, and also your comment on AI and the conflict there. I'm the co-founder of Nature Perspectives, where we actually use AI to give voice to nature, to simulate the perspectives of natural entities. So, and also to engage the public with nature in creative new ways. And my question is to Justice Kamal. Do you see a future in which AI, instead of human representatives, can come to court and represent nature in cases?
Actually, you see, how you use it, that is the main question. Say, we have many things, flowers, corals, everything. If this conversation, we can go riverside, you feel, or in the forest. This conversation may be more effective next time. You understand the feelings of the nature. And artificial intelligence also, I do believe, if we use properly, definitely it will help us. Definitely, it will help us. But mind it, everything we genetically engineering. What is engineering? Genetically engineering our nature, like GM food, like anything. Whatever genetically engineering, that is not edible for human. You have to understand. When you understand, you know. Every genetically engineered crop or everything, it will helpful. Thank you.